Hello and welcome to another educative edition of FMBN podcast here on 7FM TV, proudly brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. On FMBN podcast, we beam our searchlights on the activities, events, and happenings at the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in order to keep you informed with all the workings, products, and services that FMBN offers. So don't forget that this program comes up here on 7FM TV every week with housing facts, exclusive interviews, commentaries, news, and many more that's border around affordable housing in Nigeria. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you will be the first to be notified each time we post something here on 7FM TV. My name is Patience Oka, your host. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced star 219 hash. Star 219 hash is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial star 219 hash. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like star 219 star 3 hash to retrieve your NHF number, star 219 star 4 star 1 hash to check your last 5 transactions, and star 219 star 4 star 2 hash to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. Star 219 hash. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
Welcome back to FMBN podcast, proudly brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria here on 7FM TV. Talking about housing facts, these are questions that Nigerians ask Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, and a lot of people pose this particular question. They said, how can a low-income earner get collateral for National Housing Fund loan? Here's the response.
The only collateral is the property in itself. No other collateral is needed for the loan.
Okay, good to know you are still with us here on FMBN podcast, proudly brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria here on 7FM TV. So moving forward, let's join the conversation with 7FM TV correspondent Austin Sinam and the group head Special Products Group, Mr. Lawal Kova Saudi.
Of course, there are terms and conditions. What are they?
The terms and conditions, like each and every facility of the bank, is that you have to be a contributor to the National Housing Fund.
Okay.
Your income should be able to accommodate the repayment of the loan. And the condition is that it should not exceed 1/3 of your total take-home income. And that the loan is for a maximum period of 5 years.
Okay, it's 5 years.
Yes.
Unlike the other ones.
Unlike the other ones that are up to 30 years. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can apply for it, and then within 5 years you pay. But for federal workers, the maximum period is 4 years.
Why?
Why? Because when the product was developed, initially all applicants had to take 4 years to repay the loan. While we were launching it, in fact, coincidentally, it was launched in my state, which is Katsina State. Yes, that was where the product was launched. Those are the workers in Katsina were the first to benefit from the home renovation loan. But the then NLC chair, when we had a tripartite meeting with the governor, our MD, and I was part of the MD's entourage, and then the NLC. They appealed to the MD that let the tenure of the loan extend to 5 years. So the MD then magnanimously agreed that, okay, it will be extended for 5 years for applicants that are outside the Federal Civil Service. So that was how the demarcation came off, so that workers under the federal government are still at 4 years, while the other workers are up to 5 years. But
Okay.
it is
so
also
for those within the state level, it's 5 years.
5 years, yes, and it also is also dependent on your remaining years in service. If, for instance, you have less than 5 years in service, then they will tailor the loan so that you will repay the loan before you reach your retirement age.
What about those in the informal sector?
In the informal sector, well, for now, the emphasis is on the formal sector. We are still trying to see how we can tailor the home renovation loan to suit the income stream of the informal sector. For now, it is just the formal sector, but it's still in the pipeline that we are trying to see how we can tailor the home renovation loan so that the informal sector too can benefit. Yes.
Let's talk about the procedure. What are the procedure for application?
The procedure is that you collect the application form from any of our state offices. You fill that form. You attach evidence of your employment, like your employment letter, a copy of your ID card, then 3 months pay slip, and then you send that application. You drop it at our state office, where if for instance you are a state worker or a worker within that state, you drop the application there. They will process it and send us, and then we process it for management approval. Once it's approved, the money is remitted directly into the applicant's account, and then that's just it. You don't need too many yes, and you just, while you applying, they will want you to give a bill of quantity, certified bill of quantity that state how you are going to spend the money on the renovation of the house that you want to do.
Is there security required?
You know, most of our facility, the security is the house, but in this case, it's renovation. So we don't even want to go and see the house.
You don't even want to.
We don't want to go.
So this time around, you just
give. Yes, it's not a blind thing, because while you are applying for the loan, your employer will give a guarantee to the bank that yes, they will be remitting repayment of that loan. So there is that guarantee given by the employer, and also the applicant will have 2 other guarantors that are workers like him. So that's why we don't, because if we say that for a renovation you have to bring your certificate, we are not being fair to the applicant, because we are just giving him money to renovate, not to build or buy the house.
But do you think there are instances where someone can even collect the loan and he doesn't use the money for anything that has to do with building or housing or whatever? It's
a possibility. It's a possibility. There are people that may take the loan and they may divert it to do other things, but we always advise applicants that please do what you said you want to do.
Stick to the condition.
Exactly. There was an applicant that applied for it, and he in fact, when I was in the field office in Kasena and Kano, there are applicants that they will call me to come and see how far they have gone with the renovation of the house. Some, they have started building, but they could not finish. But when we give them that money, they use it to complete the house that they are building.
Okay.
Yes.
Then how long? Okay, we've talked about the
duration.
Yes, 5 years.
5 years.
So what's the interest loan?
The interest is 6%.
Okay. This time it's no more 7. It's 6.
It's 6% because it doesn't require
a
premium insurance premium, okay. So it's at 6%. Though federal workers that have applied through the Federal Staff Loans Board is at 8%, because we allowed the Federal Staff Loans Board to have a 2% margin. So 6% comes to Federal Mortgage Bank and 2% is for them.
All right, that was an exclusive interview with the group head SPG, Mr. Lawal Kofa Sauri. Thank you very much. Let's quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, FMBN news this week.
What is the name of my grandson?
Suleiman.
That's a good name. May the Almighty preserve him.
Amen.
Now that your family is growing, this is the time for you to start thinking of a house of your own.
Abba, The thought of this has always been on my mind. To build a house now, you need a lot of money, and that is what is holding me back.
Sonny, what you need is a mortgage. NHF mortgage loan. With NHF mortgage loan, you own a house upfront and pay gradually over a long period of time.
Abba, I will go to the FMBN office right away.
Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Welcome back to FMBN Podcast. You are still on till the program. FMBN Podcast here on 7FM TV, proudly brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. So let's bring you FMBN news this week. And that's so much we have for you on this week's edition. Thanks for joining us, and do well to join us next week for another educative edition of the program FMBN Podcast. You can follow us on all our social media handles displayed on your screen: at Instagram 7TV_NIG, at Facebook 7TV Nigeria, at Twitter 7TV_NIG, at YouTube 7FM-TV. You can also visit our website at www.7media.ng, and of course do well to visit www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information. Until I come your way next week, my name is Patience Oka, your host. Stay blessed.